We are at Toyota Stadium, the home of FC Dallas. This is a good place to be here right after the World Cup wraps up yesterday. And they want to remind you here at FC Dallas that they've got a couple of big home matches coming up. On the 19th, later this week, they will be entertaining the New England Revolution. And then on the 23rd, they will host Aston Villa from the English Premier League. So that's pretty big. It's only the second time an EPL club has been here to Toyota Stadium to take on FC Dallas. So tickets still available for both of those matches. And if you want to see us this morning here in Frisco, wait until the 9 o'clock hour. That's when we will be down on the pitch taking penalty kicks. So stay tuned for that. And if you're in the neighborhood, stop by and see us here at Toyota Stadium. Thanks to the FC Dallas folks, by the way, for these cool FC Dallas scarves that they gave us.
I'm going to wear mine all day.
They're kind of silky. They're not like the heavy wool. Those are Texas scarves, they say.
Yeah.
All right, I've got a few observations from the World Cup and the finale on Sunday. In Rio, at the Maracanã, I found that the announcers liked saying the name of the stadium a little too much. They were saying it way too often. Nobody said, let's go back to Rio, or here in Rio. It was always at the Maracanã, and they loved saying it.
Yeah.
And the guy that we heard say it the most was Ian Darke. And everybody loves Ian Darke. He has a great voice. He has a great call. He did all the big matches during the World Cup, and he did yesterday's final. He had a couple of funny moments, I thought. He was reeling off the names of all of the superstars that were in attendance. And I never thought that I would hear Ian Darke put these three names in the same sentence. But he said, here today in attendance, LeBron, Placido Domingo, and Shakira.
LeBron.
He also said something at the start of the match which I thought was childish. He used what I think is a childish term when he was talking about how heavily secured the stadium was, and he said there are armed guards with machine guns. Isn't machine gun a childish term?
Yes, very.
You should say automatic weapons, right?
Yeah, probably.
Nobody but kids say machine gun. But there were a lot of guards there yesterday with machine guns. Then just taking in Ian Darke and taking in the ESPN/ABC coverage of this entire month, it does make you wonder. Because in 4 years, the broadcast rights transfer to Fox.
Oh.
Does that mean Gus Johnson will be calling all of the big American matches?
It's a done deal. He is.
Oh, my God.
They've been training him for the last 2 years. You know, he does the Champions League.
Yep.
Yeah, you've got Gus.
So we are losing Ian Darke, who is perfect.
At least on the lead announcing, you are. And I assume you are losing.
And we are going. I'm sure we'll have Gus Johnson for all of the American matches and the finals.
Correct.
Oh my God,
that is. Okay, I'm out on the World Cup.
Yeah, I was going to say
Troy and Joe do it.
Soccer. Yeah, Troy and Joe would be better.
Worse.
Soccer is going to take a popularity hit without Ian Darke, which just that accent makes it so much more
regal. Have a guy like that, yeah,
and entertaining. And putting Gus Johnson in there, Lord help us.
I liked his phrase yesterday about Argentina trying to slow the game down and to try to make it a 1-0 type game.
Mm-hmm.
And he said early in the game he referred to, maybe this is a common soccer term, I just hadn't heard it before, expecting Argentina to park the bus. I never heard that before.
Yeah,
park the bus. Yeah. I like that. I'm going to start using that.
Also from the broadcast, they did show many of the notables. And in addition to LeBron, Placido Domingo, and Shakira, we had David Beckham there.
Mm-hmm.
We had the great Pele, accompanied by his wife, Connie Chung.
What?
What? Did you see him come in with a woman that looked exactly like Connie Chung?
Where was Maury?
I thought to myself, I didn't know Pele was married to Connie Chung. Many political figures, including Angela Merkel, the president of Germany.
Oh, yeah.
Vlad Putin was there because Russia hosts it in 4 years.
Uh-huh.
And he was there being extremely cocky.
He is cocky.
You
Didn't care about
had
nothing.
Tom Brady there with his wife Giselle, who is Brazilian, and she was part of the pregame presentation. She was presenting the jerseys or something like that. So it was pretty interesting. LeBron said he tweeted that this was the biggest sporting event he had ever been to, so that puts the NBA Finals in their place.
Yeah, I guess so.
And the Super Bowl, for that matter. He's been there. And LeBron let everybody in on something that if you were just watching the broadcast, you had no idea happened. When they showed the shot of Christ the Redeemer with the sun setting behind it, it was a spectacular shot. But they stayed on that shot for a long, long time, and that's because at that moment there was a streaker on the pitch.
Oh, really?
And you had no idea.
So that's their cutaway. That's their known cutaway.
Yeah, let's go from obscenity to Christ.
Yes. Try to redeem ourselves.
And you had no idea that was going on, but LeBron tweeted a little JPEG of it. And it was funny, and he was cracking up at it. So that was a funny moment. 75,000 or so in attendance. And I did wonder, as we are here this morning at Toyota Stadium in Frisco, and they showed the crowd a million times, and they showed all these different jerseys. My question is, was there one person in the house yesterday with an FC Dallas jersey?
Maybe. Maybe.
Is it possible?
Maybe one soccer fan here from the Metroplex wanted to represent yesterday.
Because you saw mainly Argentine and German jerseys.
Yeah.
But you also saw a few pro league jerseys mixed in and maybe their favorite player. But I wondered if there was an FC Dallas jersey in the house.
I hope so. Maybe.
One of the guys who loved Germany winning, and I thought loved it a little too much, was U.S. coach Jurgen Klinsmann.
I saw that.
Who tweeted before the match, keeping all my fingers crossed for Yogi, let's make it 4 after 1954, 74, and 1990.
See?
And then after the match was over, in all caps, he tweeted, yes, 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 triple exclamation point. Yogi, you did it, triple exclamation point. Huge compliment to Argentina, but the best team won the 2014 World Cup. How nuts would Dallas-Fort Worth have gone if, after the NBA Finals were over, Rick Carlisle tweeted, yes, 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 Spurs win the title.
Yeah, I love them.
The best team won, exclamation point.
Because he and Pop respect each other, so he's really happy.
That was just weird to me. I understand Jurgen's German, and he's got the history with Germany, but you're coaching the U.S. now.
Right. He's like Obama. He doesn't want us to win.
Did his plan work?
Yes.
Germany won?
Yes, it worked. Yes.
And then finally, the World Cup itself. Isn't that a spare-looking trophy for the biggest sporting event in the world?
I wasn't going to say anything because I just said, okay, I don't get it, and I'm just for the last few weeks I've just acquiesced and said, okay, that's a soccer thing I don't get. I think that's a pretty spare trophy.
When they gave it to the Germans to hoist above themselves,
weird.
It looked too small. It was like they held it up and you could barely see the trophy.
They just won the under-12 youth trophy, Frisco.
Right. And they said that the FIFA keeps the real trophy under lock and key, and that whoever wins it, whatever country wins it, they get a replica. They don't get the actual World Cup because the real one is too valuable. They couldn't put a price on it.
Whatever.
But they said that it was about as valuable as the Mona Lisa.
Oh, my gosh.
And
it's a flippin' trophy.
And it is kept under lock and key at FIFA headquarters, and nobody really ever gets to even set eyes upon it because you would melt.
But it's no bigger, right?
It's what they held up.
Size,
what they held up was the actual World Cup.
Okay.
But it still is 3 inches high. It's too small.
It is too small
for the grandeur of the event.
Yeah,
that's what she said.
And those are my World Cup observations.
Yay! Best
Told
friends.
you. 7:50 here on Sports.